Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Acti Statin, Adena Springs, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Castleton Lions, Claiborne Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, Horse Sense, Keeneland, Lanes End, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, built Ford tough for over 60 years, Quillen Leather and Tack, Sally Horse Fans, Shadwell Farm, and Windstar Farm.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring the latest homebred graded stakes winner for Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey in the Grade 2 Mrs. Revere Stakes, and the latest winner of the Grade 3 Red Smith Handicap for Fifth Stable and trainer Shug McGahee. We begin with sprinters at Golden Gate Fields in the OAKLAND Stakes. Ain't no other of the 7-5 favorite. Michael Rona picks up the call.
Moonshine Bay by a head. Pressed at the 3/8 pole by Ain't No Other, just a neck to Coach Bob, 3 out. Gallant Sun camped in behind them, 4 from our West Coast Ghost, Mel's Game. Then comes Administer with 5 lengths to make up. Scorpion Warrior the fence, and last is Longview Drive. They're at the quarter pole, led by Moonshine Bay. Gallant Sun's getting up along the inside. Moonshine Bay feels the whip. Gallant Sun shoots straight past him. Then Ain't No Other, who's pretty flat-footed. Next is our West Coast Ghost, and Administer towards the inside, but Gallant Sun is out full of running in the OAKLAND. It's Gallant Sun powering away. He'll win it brilliantly by 4 lengths.
Gallant Sun, the winner officially by 2.5 lengths over Administer for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Isaias Enriquez up in 109 flat. Winner of the Albany Stakes over the track and trip in February, Gallant Sun returned from a 6-month layoff to take an allowance prep for the OAKLAND in his latest. The 7-year-old horse by Malabar Gold was bred in Kentucky by Tony Holmes and Highclere. It was a $9,000 Keeneland September yearling. Trained by Frank Lucarelli, Gallant Sun has earned $508,000 for Randall and Rossi LLC. To Laurel Park for the Dave's Friend Stakes. Morning line favorite Ben's Cat was a late scratch, leaving Guam Typhoon as the 8-5 starting choice. Dave Rodman has the call.
For Smiley's got a narrow lead. Ahead in front for Smiley's push through to the inside from Guam Typhoon into the turn. And they're joined by Rainbow Air, who's ratcheting up the pressure in a 22 opening quarter. 3 of them right across the track. And Action Andy chasing the trio toward the quarter pole. Here's Service for 10 trying to unwind now. And Service for 10 is coming with a run. They make the turn in with Rainbow Air, the leader. Service for 10 meaning business out of the center of the track after a 45 1/2 mile. And so on the inside for Smiley is digging. For Smiley's come right back. Service for 10 continues momentum on the outside. Rainbow Air's flattened between horses in third. Service for 10 and Sheldon Russell. Service for 10 in the Dave's Friend to win it a 1.5 lengths.
2-1 second choice. Service for 10 gets up to defeat for Smiley by a 1.5 lengths, but for bearing out leaving the starting gate, for Smiley was demoted to 6th with Escrow Kid moved up to place. Sheldon Russell, the winning jockey, in 110-1. A stakes winner at Delaware Park in August, Service for 10 was a troubled third when his stablemate Immortal Eyes won the DeFrancis Dash over the track in September. The 4-year-old gelding by Service Stripe was bred in Virginia by Mr. and Mrs. Sidney Cox Jr. Trained by Damon Deladovico, Service for 10 has earned $247,000 from Mark Lapidus. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year. To Woodbine for the delayed running of the Grade 2 Autumn Stakes. James Street, the 5-2 favorite. Dan Loisel picks up the call.
Occasional view to the far turn, shoulders the load. Pender Harbor is breathing down his throat. Awesome Overture in 3rd position. Alphabeta is 4th. Back in 5th is Ultimate Destiny. Then Peyton. James Street is a dozen lengths off the lead and being scrubbed on now by Patrick Husbands with 2 furlongs to go. Occasional View running huge on the lead. Omar Moreno points Occasional View toward the wire. They've opened up 3, and Alphabeta is poised to do some running on the far outside, but it's still Occasional View still in charge. Occasional View, Alphabeta trying to close. He is closing now, but he's running out of racetrack. Occasional View, Alphabeta got there. Last jump, Alphabeta won the Autumn.
Alphabeta by Adena Spring Stallion Alphabet Soup rallies to defeat Occasional View by a neck. Justin Stein up in 143-3. Alpha Better has collected all 8 career wins at Woodbine, including 4 graded stakes at the distance of 1 1/16 miles. The Danny Valley trainee faded to second in his latest, the Grade 3 Durham Cup, at 1 1/8 miles. The 5-year-old horse was bred in Kentucky by Adena Springs and was a $27,000 Adena Springs 2-year-old. Alpha Better has earned nearly $661,000 for Bulldog Racing. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with a maiden winner of the Sharp Cat Stakes coming up in this segment. We begin with 2-year-olds at Calder in the Excellent Luck Stakes. Elusive Blue Boy, the odds-on favorite, at 30 cents on the dollar. Bobby Newman has the call.
It's the Gray Colt Mystical Miles on the engine. Mystical Miles by just a length. Heavily favored Elusive Blue Boy is chasing as these two move away from the others. Lake Drive South is still third, but now 6 off the lead. Tapiceto trying to get involved from the back of the pack. Others have work to do. Here comes Elusive Blue Boy to the outside of Mystical Miles as they come to the top of the lane. Elusive Blue Boy outside. Mystical Miles hanging tough down along the inside. Right together as they make the swing for home and 5 lengths clear of Tapiceto and Lake Drive South. It's Elusive Blue Boy. Elusive Blue Boy now edging away in late stretch. Mystical Miles trying to hang tough in the second spot. Tapiceto late on the scene. Elusive Blue Boy and Jose Alvarez win the Excellent Luck.
Odds-on favorite Elusive Blue Boy defeats first-time starter Tapiceto by 2 3/4 lengths. Jose Alvarez aboard in 105 2. Elusive Blue Boy broke his maiden first asking for a $32,000 claiming tag at Gulfstream Park and was coming off a runner-up effort at a Gulfstream allowance test. The colt by Bluegrass Cat was bred in Kentucky by Mr. and Mrs. David Gardner and races in the colors of David Gardner. Trained by Ralph Nix, Elusive Blue Boy has earned nearly $55,000. Elusive Blue Boy paid $260 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. To Laurel Park for the James F. Lewis III Stakes. Graded stakes winner Corfu, the 9-5 favorite. Dave Rodman picks up the call.
In the far turn, Pure Sensation, and a 22-2 opening quarter, firing a length and a half in front from Corfu second, and Debt Ceiling is third. It's a Bang Racing fourth, and a separation of 5. Mr. Pollard's next. The others have to pick it up. Aaron's Orion has recovered to move through between horses, actually running a pretty big race here, but driven some 8 lengths off that leader, who is still Pure Sensation at the top of the stretch. It's a Bang angles out after a 45 2 half-mile. Pure Sensation. It's a Bang on the outside, running willingly second, just trying to grind down Pure Sensation. Julian Pimentel, Pure Sensation. Jesse the Marine rolling on the inside. Here comes Jesse the Marine. Jesse the Marine to win in the final strides.
35-1, Jesse the Marine rallies along the rail to defeat Pure Sensation by a neck. Daniel Centeno aboard the OBS Sales Graduate in 110 3. Jesse the Marine won his last 2 starts at Delaware Park, including the Whirling Ash Stakes, via disqualification. The colt by With Distinction was bred in Florida by Dream Builder Racing and was a $42,000 OBS April 2-year-old. John Rigateri is the trainer and co-owner of the winner, along with Mandrid Ruse. Jesse the Marine has earned nearly $114,000. Back to Calder for 2-year-old fillies and the Cup the Charm Stakes. Side Street, the 5-2 favorite. Once again, here's Bobby Newman.
Flutterby to the outside of Pomeroy Angel. Flutterby now in front by about a length. Bella Traviata is going to run at her from the outside. Side Street is now trying to come after them from third. White Pants Knight is 4 wide past the quarter pole. Others have work to do to get to Flutterby, who kicks away for Luca Panici. Flutterby has opened up into the stretch. Now 4-5 lengths in front. Side Street has run into the second spot. They're followed right now by Bella Traviata. Rest are a long way back, and Flutterby is pouring it on past the 16th pole. Side Street running at her, but running out of time. Flutterby wire to wire in the Cut the Charm.
18-1, Flutterby holds off the favorite Side Street by a length. Luca Panici, the winning jockey, in 105 3. Flutterby broke her maiden in her second start over the track, but was coming off a distant 4th place finish in the Cassidy Stakes. The filly by Congrats was bred in Florida by her 93-year-old owner and trainer, Jerry Bozzo. Flutterby has earned nearly $52,000. Back to Laurel Park for 2-year-old fillies in the Smart Halo Stakes. Coca-Cola, the even money favorite. Once again, here's Dave Rodman.
It was a 22 contested opening quarter at the top of the lane where Bacopa Breeze has a narrow lead. The whip is out on Hug a Tree. Hop the Sixes drop back. Who's in Town trying to split rivals, and Coca-Cola's out wide on the track at a 46-second half mile. Here comes Coca-Cola on the outside, but Bacopa Breeze has got the lead. Bacopa Breeze, Coca-Cola is trying to gun her down on the outside. Bacopa Breeze digging down for the challenge of Coca-Cola. Bacopa Breeze turning back Coca-Cola. Bacopa Breeze breezing in from Beulah to win the Smart Halo Stakes by a half length.
Bacopa Breeze ships in from her Beulah Park base to defeat the favorite Coca-Cola officially by 3/4 of a length. Eric Rodriguez aboard in 112-1. Winless in her first 2 starts over the synthetic track at Parks Racing, Bacopa Breeze is 3 for 3 on dirt. She impressively won her last 2 starts by a combined margin of 19.5 lengths at Mountaineer Park. The filly by Visioneer was bred in Kentucky by Crowning Point Farm. It was a $21,000 yearling. Trained by William Callens, Bacopa Breeze has earned nearly $93,000 for Michael Foster. To Betfair Hollywood Park for the Sharp Cat Stakes. Georgia, the even money favorite. Vic Stauffer has the call.
At the half-mile marker, it's Be Proud, now a neck in front of Pleasant Miss in second. Saintly Joan continues to gallop third. She's 2 from the front. Georgia is 4th now, but Georgia's dropping out of it. Something's gone amiss with Georgia, as she has completely dropped out of it. Back to last, passed by both Arethusa, who moves into 4th, and Perched. So Be Proud is the leader towards the quarter pole. It is Be Proud, a 2.5 length advantage. Arethusa is 3rd now, but she's about to get into 2nd. Outside of Saintly Joan, it looks like it's down to those 2, and Be Proud has the lead, but Arethusa begins to run after her and lengthen her stride. Be Proud settles into the lane, a 2-length lead, but she'll have to work right down to the wire because here comes Arethusa, and Arethusa has blown right by. Be Proud is left back in 2nd. Saintly Joan is 3rd and Perched. It's Arethusa straight and strong.
Regally bred maiden Arethusa rallies from last to defeat Be Proud by a widening 8 1/4 lengths. Corey Nakatani up in 145-2. Trainer Owen Hardy was just hoping to earn the Darley Stable homebred black type, and she ends up with an impressive stakes victory. She was last seen finishing a distant second to Be Proud in a Santa Anita maiden test. The filly by APND, out of the graded stakes winning Coronado's Crestmere, Miss Coronado, was bred in Kentucky by Darley. Arethusa has earned $75,000 for Darley Stable. The best performance of the week, presented by Best PC Service. Contact Best PC Service for a free business consultation. The Lanes and Stallion of the week is 2-time Horse of the Year and top young sire Keeneland. The only second crop sire this year to sire a classic winner, Belmont Stakes winner Palace Malice. Keeneland is also among the leading sophomore sires of stakes winners and winners. Keeneland stands for $25,000 live foal in 2014. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 Mrs. Revere Stakes coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with the Grade 3 Commonwealth Turf Stakes from Churchill Downs. Woodbine shipper River 7, the 5-2 favorite. Mark Johnson has the call.
The half in 49-1. They're about to leave the back straight behind them. Frack Daddy looms towards the outsider of Ruler of Love. These are still the first 2. Dorset will go into the turn, racing in 3rd. River 7 is in 4th. Brave Man is now in 5th. Around the outside, Prado Olay. Then to the inside is Winning Cause, followed by Kagan, who's had a very rough trip. Golden Sabre is asked to try and quicken, and so too Morrow Tap as they come into the lane. And it is Frack Daddy against the hedge. Dorset towards the outside. River 7 bursting through between those 2. Down the outside here comes Kagan. They're deep inside the final furlong. Frack Daddy taken on now by River 7. River 7, Frack Daddy, then Kagan. Flying late is Morrow Tap, racing towards the line. It is River 7. River 7 takes the 10th running of the Commonwealth Turf.
River 7 runs by Frack Daddy to score by half a length. Sean Bridgman aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 144 flat. Runner-up in the final 2 events in the Canadian Triple Crown, River 7 was coming off a front-running 10-length victory in the Labib Stakes at Woodbine. The winner is trained by Nick Gonzalez, who sent out River 7 stablemate Midnight Aria to capture the Queen's Plate. The gelding by Johannesburg was bred in Ontario by William D. Graham. River 7 has earned nearly $562,000 for Tucci Stables. The future stakes winner was consigned by Eaton Sales to the 2011 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Hugo Mary Bloodstock for $80,000. Multiple graded stakes winner River 7, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. 3-year-old fillies over the Churchill Downs turf and the Grade 2 Mrs. Revere Stakes. A full field of 14 went postward, with I'm Already Sexy, the 3-1 favorite. Once again, here's Mark Johnson.
At halfway in the 23rd running of the Mrs. Revere, and it's Zero Game who leads them along now by just over a length. Then towards the inside, getting closer, is Nellie Cashman. Out wide the light blue, I'm Already Sexy, and there between horses is Quality Kitten. A break then of 2 lengths back to Effie Trinket, who goes into the turn, racing now in 6th place, and they're on the turn, and Zero Game has got the lead, but only just. Here comes I'm Already Sexy around the outside as they race down towards the final quarter mile. Round the wide outside, Frivolous tries to make her presence felt, and so too Effie Trinket. It is now I'm Already Sexy, taken on by Frivolous. Towards the outside is Effie Trinket, and through on the inside is Nellie Cashman. Inside the final furlong they go. Effie Trinket and Sean Bridgeman are out in front now. Now the cavalry begin to close. Here comes Emotional Kitten. Emotional Kitten trying to get to Effie Trinket. It is Emotional Kitten. Emotional Kitten wins for Victor Espinoza.
Emotional Kitten rallies to defeat Effie Trinket by half a length, with Dance Again third. Victor Espinoza aboard in 144-2. The 12th graded stakes-winning homebred for Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey this year, sired by Ramsey Farm Stallion Kitten's Joy. This was the first victory for the Pennsylvania-bred filly since she captured the Hilltop Stakes at Pimlico in May. Grade 1 stakes placed in both the American Oaks and the Del Mar Oaks. The Wesley Ward trainee finished 7th, with the Ramsey's Kittens Dumplings captured the Grade 1 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup. Emotional Kitten has earned $357,000. Victor Espinoza with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by Remard's total line of equine products, featuring Total Immune Blast, the complete equine immune product with nucleotides. For further information, please log on to remardi.com.
Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the Grade 3 Red Smith Handicap from Aqueduct. Hyper, the 3-2 favorite. Here's the call by Tom Durkin.
So here is Mission Approved with his usual front-running gambit. Out there leading the field by 2 lengths. Half mile is up in 50 and 4/5 seconds. Nutella continues on in second and remains off the rail. Imagining tip 3 wide round the second turn, and then Slip and Drive running 4th while saving ground. Hyper's in behind horses, now racing in 5th position, followed by Sky Blazer 6th on the outside. Then Long Shot Sandy in the Sun, now 7th toward the rail. How Great is a covered up 9th, followed by Arctic North, now 10th out to the inside. Then farther back, it's Hangover Kid, Elusive Strike, and Tannery remains the trailer. She's about 9 lengths from the lead here with a half mile to go in this marathon. So up front, it's still that 9-year-old long shot leader, Mission Approved. Nutella right off his flank now, and Imagining ready to roll. In the clear on the outside is 3rd. Slip and Drive being ridden along now 4th. Sky Blazer following Imagining around the far turn. Hyper 6, still about 5.5 or 6 lengths from the lead. How Great revving up on the far outside as the tempo really starts to increase here. Sandy in the Sun is given away toward the rail. Hangover Kid on the outside. Tannery is 8 from the front at the top of the stretch. Coming to the final furlong. And it's still Mission Approved, but here comes Imagining on the outside. And Slip and Drive coming through on the rail. Here comes Slip and Drive. And a late run coming from Hyper and Arctic North. Sky Blazer on the outside. Hangover Kid late in the game. And they're coming down to the finish. And it is Imagining holding on.
3-1 second choice, Imagining, the winner by half a length over late closing Hangover Kid, who noses out the filly Tannery for place. Joel Rosario up in 2:18-2, a 102 brisk speed rating. Imagining, the 3rd consecutive winner of the Red Smith for Phipps Stable and trainer Shug McGahee, who captured the last 2 runnings with Boisterous. second in the Grade 1 Hollywood Derby at 3, and winner of the Bowl Game Stakes at Belmont Park in his latest, Imagining records his first graded stakes victory. The 5-year-old horse by Giants Causeway was bred in Kentucky by Phipps Stable. Imagining has earned $513,000. We'll have the $1 million Delta Downs jackpot and the $500,000 Delta Downs Princess and much more next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson has been presented by Acti Staten, Adena Springs, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Castleton Lions, Claiborne Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, Horse Sense, Keeneland, Lanes End, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, built Ford Tough for over 60 years, Quillen Leather and Tack, Sally Horse Fans, Shadwell Farm, and Windstar Farm. Online at tbredweek.com.